Hello, welcome to the AVFC STATTO show as Villa head to Old Trafford on Sunday to play Manchester United. And obviously we're doing the show straight after the Manchester United game. They've not really done Villa a favour by blowing a 2-goal lead against Tottenham, but they did look a little bit fragile at the end, and they also looked very, very tired, which could be a good thing for Villa going into Sunday. Now, lateness is my fault. After saying last week, I'm never late. It's my fault that we are late today, so I apologise. I'm having an absolute nightmare in life at the moment, so that is why we are late. Dale, AVFC STATTO, is with me to talk through all his weird and wonderful stats ahead of the game. Dale, how are you?
Good. Yeah, Man Utd looked tired, didn't they? At the end, they looked proper tired at the end. So
yeah, they did. I think they probably regret a couple of their substitutions though, as well, because kind of some of the players that they needed weren't on the pitch at the time. So I've got to check my mic apparently because I've forgotten. Yeah, I'm having an absolute nightmare at the moment. So let me just check that my mic is all okay.
mic's good.
No, it's not. But anyway, all the settings are as they should be. So let's go. Right then, Dale, what have you got up for us first? Aston Villa stats, as always. What's the first one? Aston Villa are looking to win consecutive league games against Manchester United for the first time since November 1976. A lovely picture of Andy Gray there with a nice little niche kind of chain on. Not nowadays, but obviously you were when Andy Gray was playing. So yeah, back-to-back wins against Manchester United. Definitely is unheard of in my lifetime, because you've just said 1976. It would be a nice one to break, that would, because they provided Villa fans with a lot of hurt over the years.
Yeah, it's a long time. As my best friend from school was a Man United fan, and he just had to live through that pain. But
was he from Manchester? Was he?
He's from he's born in London.
Of course he was. Of course he was born in London. Is his it's completely digressing away from the show. What was his reason for supporting Manchester United?
His older brother did support them, but his older brother above that supported Villa. So
unacceptable.
One.
I mean, people, do what you want in life at the end of the day. But I had a mate at work who's a Manchester United fan for no reason. This was in London, by the way, and there was a Manchester United quiz. So I said, I'll take you on in this Manchester United quiz, and I beat him. I'm obviously not a Manchester United fan. I said to him, "What's the reason you support Manchester United?" And he said, "Because they were the first team I ever watched playing." And I always say to him, "Well, were they playing themselves? With no other team playing? Why didn't you support the other team that they were playing?" So yeah, there's lots of Manchester United fans like that in the country, isn't there? But we've had a miserable time against them. Let's face it. Certainly in my lifetime, anyway. Bar really an opening day win, a League Cup final, and this season against them at Villa Park. It's been pretty miserable. Villa playing Manchester United, hasn't it?
Yeah, the last time we did speaking consecutive games, like I said, it was 1976 with goals from Andy Gray and Bobby McDonald in the first game, and then 2 goals from Andy Gray and 1 from Dennis Mortimer in the second game. The last time we did the league double over them was in 1954-55 when we beat them twice in 2 days. So once on December 27th and then once on December 28th.
Okay. Andy Gray liked a goal against Manchester United.
Sure did, yeah.
Yeah,
did.
It's his son's Jamie's birthday today, so happy birthday to Jamie Gray. I'm not sure if you're watching or not, but happy birthday, Jamie, if you are. What's the second stat that STATTO has got for us this week then? Aston Villa are unbeaten in their last 3 Premier League games against Manchester United, winning 2 and drawing 1. That almost doesn't feel right. Hang on, I'm going to try and get my head around that. So we've won I remember the Courtney Hawes game. Did we draw with them at Villa Park? I've got no memory. That game's completely escaped my memory.
2-2, Coutinho and Ramsey.
Yes, that's it. You're right. Oh, of course you're right. Yeah, I mean, even that, again, that must be unheard of in the last 25, 30 years. Villa to be 3 unbeaten against Manchester United, STATTO.
I got a quiz if you want it.
Yeah, hit me. I'm not feeling on the best form, but let's...
No. So when was the last time we went 4 unbeaten against Man United?
I mean, it has to be before I started watching football. Absolutely has to be. So we beat them. I know we beat them in 95, 96. Is this just league?
Yeah.
Beat them in 95, 96. Was it 95 through to 97?
It was, yeah.
Was it? Because I remember there was a couple of 0-0s at Manchester United. I seem to recall.
Yeah, so we were 4 unbeaten against them from August 1995 to January 1997. So winning 1, drawing 3, and the one win, like I said, was the opening day of the season. Mark Draper, Ian Taylor, and
Dwight York penalty.
Dwight York. And I think that was the one where Alan Hansen said, "You can't win anything with the kids." I think that was that game. Yeah, so 4 unbeaten against them. We can match that this weekend.
I couldn't for the life of me tell you what the score was at home in the 96-97 season. I can't for the life of me remember that game. Obviously, I remember the 95-96 game. I can't remember. And then I remember the 2-0 weirdly at Old Trafford, but I cannot remember the 96-97 home game against them at all. I've got no memory of that, which is really rare.
0-0, that's why.
0-0 again. Loved the 0-0. Didn't we? Clean sheets galore against Manchester United.
Oh, yeah, so we beat them 3-1 in the first game, and then we had 3 back-to-back 0-0 games against them.
Wow. Completely forgotten the home game, but I remember the 2-0 at Old Trafford. Brian Little's so good at setting up a team defensively. So yeah, great chance to go 4 unbeaten against Manchester United this weekend. And talking of Manchester United, let's look at the stats now from their perspective. Here's the first Manchester United stat. Oh, there he is. Bruno Fernandes has scored more goals in his career against Aston Villa than any other team. I imagine most of them were penalties.
Yeah.
Mr.
So
City there, didn't he?
Sure did. You hit the bar, didn't he?
Yeah.
Pivotal. He's only ever gone 1 Premier League game without a single goal contribution against Aston Villa. He's got 6 goal contributions in just 5 Premier League games against us, with 5 goals and 1 assist. And he got a goal and an assist in the most recent game in the League Cup this season. However, he's not scored in his last 10 Premier League games for Man United.
In some ways, I'd have rather that one had gone in this game, especially if they would have won actually, and that would have really helped us.
Yeah,
he didn't. The only one he didn't get a goal involvement in was the one he skied the penalty in the last minute, wasn't it? That would have been the only one he hasn't. I mean, he's cheated his way to some goal involvement against us. Let's face it, stamping on
constant one,
going down. Yeah, Douglas Luiz has fouled him a couple of times, I think, and given away penalties against him in the past as well. But Manchester United in general just looked leggy tonight. I thought the whole side looked leggy, which is understandable. You know, they played 120 minutes against Brighton on Sunday. I was a little bit of a rest through to Thursday. So it bodes well for Villa taking them on Sunday, because I think, you know, we spoke about it in the other shows. We conserved our energy a little bit on Tuesday against Fulham. So yeah, this is a good time for Villa to take advantage. And Bruno was one of the players, just back from injury as well, isn't he? He was supposed to be out for a while, but he's rushed himself back, of course, to be back against Villa on Sunday. But yeah, he's supposed to be missing for a while. His injury sounded quite bad. Let's look at the second Manchester United stat then, and they are unbeaten at home in the Premier League since the opening day of the season, winning 11 and drawing 3. Didn't know that. I definitely didn't know that. So that run's going to come to an end at some point, and I'm actually really confident on Sunday. Probably the most confident I've ever been going to Old Trafford. I just think we're going to win. I don't know. I don't often feel like that, where I feel like we're going to win. I just think we can exploit some holes in their team at the moment and their fatigue. And I thought Spurs were pretty average tonight, and they've managed to salvage a point against them. So I really fancy us on Sunday. I think Villa are going to go there and take 3 points there. I
thought Lindelof was lucky as well not to get sent off today as well. He could have been missing as well. But yeah, they've actually only lost twice all season in all competitions at Old Trafford, losing to Brighton on the opening day, like you said, and then to Real Sociedad in the first game of the Europa League this season. They played 30 games at Old Trafford this season in all competitions and won 24 of them, drawn 4. It's the highest total of wins in a single season at Old Trafford since 2010, when they won 26. So they won a very good run of form at Old Trafford this season.
Yeah, that was Sir Alex, wasn't it? Yeah, 2010 would have been.
Yep.
He still had years left in him at that point, Sir Alex. So yeah, they've had I would say they've had a positive season. I think they've developed more than I would have expected them to develop across the season, especially when you think about how bad they were at the start of the season. Took some absolute rubbings at the start of the season. They've done well to recover from that, and they're having a good season already. Won a cup, got a small chance of another cup, I would say, because I just can't see them beating Manchester City. David Stiles is saying, I hope Fred gets a run out on Sunday. He was all over the
Yeah,
game.
he was
I think
terrible.
he was a contributing factor to them throwing that away.
Yeah.
In all honesty, he really, really was. There's a little question in there for you as well from the small Sean. Do Villa have the most clean sheets in the Premier League in 2023? And what's Villa's most clean sheets in a calendar year? I mean, if you can just pull that up, I'll be amazed.
I can't do it in the calendar. I was going to do it in the calendar year, but I can't do it on the fly. I'll put it in the comments after.
Okay,
the
yeah,
video.
always you get out, isn't it? So you put it in the comments afterwards. But I did notice that Emi Martinez is joint fourth for clean sheets in the entirety of the Premier League this season, which again, given it feels like we didn't keep a clean sheet until Emery. I mean, I think we maybe kept one or two, but we get 2 clean sheets before Emery came in. I think it was. So
Yeah,
for
Martinez
him to be joint fourth with Alisson is big. I don't think we'll win the clean sheets record, but we ain't shipping loads of goals at the moment, are we? So there's definitely a slight chance. What have we got next then? What are we on Peak Villa? Are we there? Is that where we are?
We are on Peak Villa.
We are on Peak Villa. Let's go then, Adam. Peak Villa, please. Aston Villa have only won 2 of their 27 Premier League away games against Manchester United, drawing 5 and losing 20. That has to be. There can't be many worse away records, team v team, in Premier League. They just can't be. That's an abysmal record.
I was listening to BT Sport earlier in the Man Utd game, and they were saying that Man Utd have the most Premier League wins over Spurs of any team. I think they said.
Really?
So that could be up there as well.
That shocks me, considering we've been absolute pish playing them at Villa Park for a number of years, and reading what I've just read on the screen there. How bad my Spurs have been against them. I suppose at least we have won a couple of games at Old Trafford in the Premier League era now. Still,
Yes.
and we've won 2 away and 2 at home, haven't we? In the Premier League era, I think that's all we've managed to do in the entirety of the Premier League against Manchester United. So Spurs' record must be absolutely abhorrent.
Yeah, we didn't win any of our first 17 Premier League away games at Old Trafford, and only scored 8 in those 17. And then Gabby scored in the 1-0 win in 2009. And then since then, we played them 9 times in the Premier League, losing 7, drawing 1. But we did win last time.
We'd only scored 8 goals at Old Trafford before Gabby scored the winner in that 1-0 game. That is terrible. I might even be able to name the 8 scorers if that.
Just say Dwight York.
Melberg definitely got one. I remember Barry scoring one. I've given it the big one. I've named 2 people. I've got nothing else after. Staunton. Steve Staunton.
Staunton scored a screamer, right?
Scored one. Yeah, obviously then there was a couple of 0-0s. York must have scored a couple. Darren Bent scored one. I remember Darren Bent scoring one. I'm not far away here.
Was that post Gabby though?
Oh yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah, I am far away. I'm absolutely miles off. Anyway, I've given it the big one and I can't do it. I definitely remember.
I could do it for you. I mean, I could tell you who scored at Man United.
Go on and tell me the score in the game and the year, and I'll try and get the score.
Oh no!
You can't do that.
Well, no, I can. But I was just going to tell you the list of scores that have scored a Villa goal at Old Trafford.
Well, how many is there overall? There must be only like 10.
Okay.
Is it 10?
Here we go.
Tell me how many. I want to guess.
Yeah,
I want to play.
There's 14 in total. Last time we said
I'll do over 14 in total. I'll have a go.
Yeah.
So Courtney Hawes is one.
Yes.
Gabby's one.
He's got 3.
Gabby's got 3. Okay, so that takes me.
He's the only player to have more than 1.
So that takes me to 4.
No,
Melberg.
No, it doesn't take it to 4.
What did it take me to?
2.
What?
With the singles. Singles. So.
Barry, Melberg,
Barry, Melberg, Staunton. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to go.
9 to go. I'm never going to do that.
2 currently play for us right now.
Ashley, yeah?
Nope.
At Old Trafford? I've given it the big one and I've got nothing. My brain's not.
Tyrone Mings.
Oh, Jack. As well.
Jack. Well, yeah, but he doesn't play for us right now. And Bertrand Traore.
Bertie scored, didn't he? He did, didn't he? Yeah.
And then John Carew, Darren Bent, Ashley Westwood, Julian Joachim, and Neil Cox.
I did say Bent earlier on in fairness. I wouldn't have got Neil Cox. I mean, if you'd have given me half an hour, I might have got somewhere near, but I would have never got Neil Cox. Absolutely no chance. Not scored many goals at Old Trafford over the years is the conclusion.
Yeah.
Ashley Westwood scored a free kick, didn't he? That's just
Did I?
you said his name. I remember that.
Yep.
Difficult. Not done well on the quiz tonight, but as I say, I'm not really feeling all there.
That's all good.
This evening, but I did give it the big one and I failed. So
you did, yeah.
Ultimately, that's my own fault, isn't it? Anything else? I asked you to come up with something, didn't I? When was the last time Villa did the double against Manchester United? That's obviously on this weekend because we've already beaten them at home.
1954.
So huge. I know Emery's done these kind of things so far. 1954 was the last time Villa did the double against Manchester United. My dad even born in 1954.
Mine wasn't.
Wasn't it?
Nope.
Actually, mine.
Nope.
Doing the quick maths. Don't think mine would have been either. That's absolutely ridiculous.
No.
Villa haven't done the double against them since then.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Oh, I'd love to break that this weekend. I'd love to beat them anyway, obviously, because I always want Villa to win, but that would be a sweet hoodoo to see the back of. And double over someone since 1954. It's not as if we, when we said we hadn't beat Brentford away since 1947. I mean, really, we probably have only played them a handful of times, if that.
Four.
Since then, we probably played Manchester United nearly every year since 1954. I would say it's probably three, 4, 5 seasons where we haven't played them. That's bad, isn't it? That's terrible.
Really bad, yeah.
Oh, let's see the back of that. We don't want things dating back to 1954. Let's get rid of that. We've buried some recent Manchester United hoodoos in recent times, to be fair. So that's the next one to see the back of. And as I say, I'm really, really confident going into Sunday. I really, really fancy Villa to go there and get 3 points at Old Trafford. That does us then for the Statto show. Thanks ever so much, Dale, for coming up with all your wonderful stats again ahead of the show. And keep an eye on Dale's Twitter because I'm sure there'll be more ahead of the game on Sunday. Thank you very much for those that have joined us live. Really, really appreciate it. And thanks to those that will go on and watch as well. John D says, hit the like button. It's free. John D is absolutely right. Do hit the like button. It is free. And leave a comment as well if you have enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to the channel with your post notifications on as well. And if you do want to get yourself some Luke Roper clothing, then use the code TVV20 at checkout and you'll get 20% off everything that Luke Roper have to offer. There is actually you can't use the code at the sample sale, but there is a sample sale at Villa Park on from tomorrow, I think it is actually. So the Luke Roper guys will be at Villa Park Friday I might be getting this wrong. It's definitely Friday and Saturday anyway. So you can go there and get yourself some cheap Luke Roper items. But unfortunately, you won't be able to use the Villa View discount code. Myself and Dave Reed will be doing a match preview tomorrow at 6:15. I think we've said we're going to do it, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Thank you ever so much to Adam for producing as well. Have a good rest of the evening. I suspect everyone's just going to go to bed now and up the Villa.
Up the Villa.